but to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America.
Did you know that President Trump has pledged $500 billion for the development of AI? So how come DeepSeek managed to develop an AI at a fraction of that cost? Were they being honest about the amount? And what other shady things are going on with the company that makes it seem like a sinister plan? Watch this video to find out.
The Nasdaq Monday, a sea of red as tech stocks tanked. Chipmaker Nvidia plummeted 17%, with the biggest loss in market value for a U.S. company ever.
January has been a rough month for Western tech giants like OpenAI, Microsoft, and Nvidia. The reason? Well, China has played its cards in the world of artificial intelligence, which, according to some people, has started a new generation of a Cold War. On 20th of January, DeepSeek, which is a Chinese AI company, released its first LLM, which was super cheap. If you are wondering what LLM is, it's basically a large language model that the AI uses to speak to you. Moreover, it also provided its models under an open source license, which enabled free use for users. And that's not it. They even released a mobile app that hit the top of Apple's App Store chart, leaving the most famous AI ChatGPT behind in the rankings. This surprising rise of the platform in terms of usage and popularity triggered a panic among investors, who started to pull out their investments from vendors based in the US. Their valuations dropped, and they lost billions of dollars in just a few days.
One word, DeepSeek has wiped out $1 trillion in market valuation from the United States to Europe. What is DeepSeek? They are producing a Chinese AI product which will challenge the need for really high-end NVIDIA chips. You have the grey swan event of 2025, $1 trillion wipeout. The Nasdaq was down by 5%, NVIDIA down by 11.5%. This is a absolute challenge to the supremacy of NVIDIA and the high-end chips. If you can produce an AI model at that scale without the high-end chips, that has revolutionized.
Now, the West has visibly started to sweat since it was aiming to be at the top of this side of the tech world. You see, America has been at the center of AI development until now. This development has mainly been due to the huge capital investments made in the sector. However, the inexpensive debut of Chinese AI wiped almost $1 trillion off the value of US tech stocks. Another impressive feat they pulled off was that they made it all possible on inferior chips, since the US barred its export of high-tech to China. So, a viable AI model created in this environment speaks for itself.
The reason this new model is impressive is because it performs nearly as well or better than the current top AI models in reasoning tasks like math problems, coding, and knowledge-based questions. But two, the real reason it's such a big deal is that all of that high performance supposedly costs a fraction to run compared to those other top AI models. And they claim it only took a fraction to make, $6 million compared to billions for similar performance.
But there's more to the story than meets the eye. You see, shortly after this amazing launch, it found itself deeply entangled in controversies. One of them was the question of the origin, destination, and security of the training data. In the US, this has raised many security concerns, and the US Navy even banned the use of this new AI among its ranks, citing potential security and ethical concerns. Moreover, the LLM has been accused of being built using sensitive or faulty databases, which include information from data leaks of stolen biometrics. This is somewhat ironic because OpenAI used similar methods to gain data as well. Still, DeepSeek gets shadier. According to its privacy policy, it automatically collects a variety of input data from its users, including IP and keystroke patterns, and may use that data to train its models. This personal data is then stored on secure servers located in the People's Republic of China. This has raised many concerns because generative AI tools are often used in personal or high-stakes tasks, such as helping with company strategies, finance management, or even seeking health advice. That kind of data may now be stored in a country with few data rights laws and little transparency regarding how it might be viewed or used. This means that the Chinese government can use the data to spy on you,
These chatbots in general are running off of data. They're collecting data, they're interpreting data, they get fed more data to make it better. And that data, in large part, is coming from us, the people that are using the app. And when it comes to AI data security, at least Meta and OpenAI pretend to care about it.
So far, with the direction it's headed, it seems like this new AI will get the same treatment as TikTok. In 2023, the US raised its concerns over how much data the app's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, was collecting from Americans. Eventually, it got banned, though it was for a short time. Experts believe that if Americans start using DeepSeek to manage their lives, the privacy risks will be like TikTok on steroids. But we'll have to wait and see what the US decides. Now, it's not just the US talking this smack. The Italian privacy regulator, GPDP, has asked DeepSeek to provide information about the data it processes in the chatbot and its training data. They have asked them to answer questions about which personal data is collected, its origin, the purpose of collection, and whether the data is stored on servers in China. They have given them 20 days to answer their questions and have removed the app from Google and Apple stores for now. Remember when we said that, according to their team, the AI was trained for just under $6 million? Well, as it turns out, that statement is also quite misleading. The 5 to 6 million comes from the claim that 2048 H800 cards were used for one training, which cost the amount they cited. However, developing a model like this requires running this training several times and multiple other experiments. That makes the cost many times above that, not to mention data collection and other things, a process that can be very expensive. Also, the chips alone cost between $50 to $100 million, so it's pretty clear that it wasn't actually that cheap. Still, that's much less than the amount that their Western counterparts spent on development. And if you think that it couldn't get any worse, users have even reported the infamous censorship that comes with China. I guess the memes are true.
Well, given the widespread concerns about censorship in China, we wondered, how does DeepSeek handle questions about subjects sensitive to the Chinese government? Investigations journalist Paula Penfold gave it a test run, including asking it about cases specific to New Zealand, and the results are alarming.
If you ask the AI about the internal affairs of any country, it will give you an answer similar to the ones you'd get from the American AI models. But the moment you ask anything about topics that would normally be heavily moderated on China's domestic internet, the responses reveal aspects of the country's tight information control. If you want to see it for yourself, try asking DeepSeek about the incident of the Tiananmen Square massacre. ChatGPT would talk about what happened on June 4th, 1989, when the Chinese government brutally cracked down on student protesters in Beijing and across the country, killing hundreds if not thousands of students in the capital, according to estimates from rights groups. On the other hand, DeepSeek responds to you by saying, "I am sorry, I cannot answer that question. I am an AI assistant designed to provide helpful and harmless responses." Similarly, if you ask about other sensitive issues, like what happened in Hong Kong in 2019, or questions about Taiwan, it will give you a very censored response that makes China the good guy. It's pretty clear that these differences have significant implications for free speech and the shaping of global public opinion. It feels like China wants to control the narrative and whitewash people from other parts of the globe as well. While you could blame all of these controversies on DeepSeek itself, the scammers using their name to make a fortune isn't helping their reputation in any way. You see, shortly after the AI made headlines, a wave of unauthorized cryptocurrency tokens made an appearance, exploiting their name. One of these tokens even reached a market cap of around $48 million, despite the active warnings from the company. The main fake token, which was launched on the Solana blockchain earlier this month, generated approximately $150 million in trading volume, and over 22,000 wallet holders fell victim to their fraud. While the company has clearly denied any connection to crypto projects and warned the users about potential scams, the scammers made attempts to legitimize their offering by creating false associations with the company's official social media presence and website. To combat this scam, the major platforms have implemented protective measures, and some companies have even partnered with security firms to filter out fraudulent tokens. However, since blockchain technology is decentralized, it is particularly difficult to stop these scams completely. For now, the volume of the main fake token has decreased to just $2 million. However, thousands of wallets still hold the unauthorized coin.
I view that as a positive, as an asset. So the release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries that we need to be laser focused on competing to win, because we have the greatest scientists in the world.
That's it for this video. What do you think about this latest AI model? Have you used it so far? If so, how was your experience with it? Let us know in the comments.